I ask for the truth on behalf of Cathy Lynne Chartier concerning relationship issues. And I ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. We just cut the cards for you there, Cathy, and we'll just pop things just to the side here. I'm going to deal out 3 cards in a spread of 3, the 3-card spread. Literally, that's what it's called. Beginning, middle, and end, isn't it? And the beginning part, I suppose, a bit like a timeline on Facebook, isn't it? Or Twitter or something, in the sense of is the past. In this particular case though, it's the recent past. It's not too long ago. It's about between now and the last 4 weeks, something like that, isn't it? That's roughly the time period. Then the next card we deal is in the position of the present. So we've got the recent past influence, the present influence, and then the next card we call the immediate future influence. That's about like the recent past, but the other way around. And that's about 2 or 3 weeks, or 3 or 4 weeks or so ahead, isn't it? Let's see though what's been going on, or what's been happening over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so for you concerning relationship issues, concerning your love life. Because you've asked about that, of course, we can relate the meaning of the card to that, can't we? And sort of get extra information, which provides guidance, insight, whatever. I suppose in a way we have to insight at the moment, really, because guidance for the past is a bit too late. But lessons learned, maybe? I don't know. What's this all about? As we now reveal the card, which is the energy of... Does it look like the wolf? Yes, it does. It is the wolf. Just when we're having different reading glasses on, I just can't quite... I have to have doing glasses and reading glasses, in the sense the doing glasses are slightly weaker than the reading glasses, just so I can see what I'm doing. But the wolf there indicates, well, issues of trust, really. Over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, trust has been an issue. Yes, the guidance is beware who you trust, but of course that's what you should have been doing. And you should have beware, you should have been careful who you trusted, and you didn't. Or you weren't, correction. You weren't careful who you trusted. And you should have been. The wolf really symbolises loyalty, doesn't he? And guardianship, and maybe that's what it is, the fact that his guidance is about loyalty and trust, when really, beware who you trust. It's one thing to just trust anybody, take their word for it, but that's what you've done, and what's happened? You know what's happened, don't you? I want to pull the next card to see what this leaves... I was going to say what predicament this leaves you in, actually. I shouldn't say that, because I don't know, until we pull the card out, we don't know what energy's been vibrated. Remember, we asked on your behalf, didn't we? So all is true, and the magic is there present now. As we just have time for you there, we flip the next card. This is an interesting one in the sense of hindrance, just indicating that fate has blocked this path for you right now. I suppose anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the most bloody inconvenient time. I tend to suffer that with eBay and Amazon. Although not very regular, where you have to send something back. I've recently had to send something back. It's nobody's fault. It's just the fact the zip was knackered on it. And that was it. basically. No, it wasn't the fly holes. It was a bag actually, like a little tranquillant sort of junk bag, I suppose you could call it. And the zip had gone. So that's start before you start thinking like that. Laughing and joking apart, though, it's nobody's fault, of course, and these things happen, don't they? And this is what's happened here, in the sense of beware who you trust. Fate has blocked this path for you. Anything that can go wrong is going wrong now. It's meant to happen because you placed your trust either in the wrong person, or you placed your too much trust and you took them for granted or something. I don't know what that's about. Why am I hearing I'm hearing a word in my head, the name Nigel. If that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry. Just take no notice and we'll carry on. Basically, it was just something, you know, when you sort of hear a song in your head, or a tune, or a word, or just something. It's not the devil saying me go and kill Nigel or anything. It was just, you just sometimes get that. You get that with mediumship readings, you suddenly start hearing things. But Nigel, I don't know what Nigel's got to do with this. And I don't usually do names and places when I do cards, because it's more reading storylines. You know the truth, you know the names, you know the places. It's not really anybody's business, really. We're sort of interpreting. You're the reader, actually. Calling me a reader is a con, because you're the reader, not me. I'm the interpreter. People who read cards interpret them, they don't read them. But everybody likes to think they're called readers, and then they can get the blame for anything that's said wrong. But really, you're the one, I suppose, who knows the truth about why fate is blocking this path for you right now, and why it has blocked the path. I suppose there are certain things that happen that are beyond one's control, and you do have to try and trust some people. You do have to try and have a bit of faith in humankind, although it's difficult. I know. I can empathise with you on that one. As in a generic general term. Not generic in general, same bloody thing, but you know what I mean. Just in case you didn't know the meaning of one, I tried to paraphrase it. But laughing and joking apart, let's see from a relationship point of view where this all heads, considering there's been a blockage. And I sort of sense here, really, it's the fact that you've trusted somebody, and maybe you should have been on your guard a bit. Like the wolf is the guardian, you should have used the wolf's energy and didn't. And the wolf is saying, use my energy, protect yourself, beware who you trust. And this, although the wolf himself, ironically, it symbolises loyalty and trust in that sense, nevertheless, oh dear me. The raven in the immediate future. Notice the raven has wings. The winged ones carry the messages from the heavens to the earth. They are thus the guides. Wolf is a protector because he's four-legged. The four-legged ones protect as they walk the earth. But the winged ones provide guidance, and raven there. You can only really know he's a raven because he's outlined in the darkness. He's camouflaged, but there has to be a deliberate outline so you can see him. And maybe the thing that shows up there is the skull, isn't it? The remnant of what was. Evidence that something did once live. But of course darkness between now and the next 3 or 4 weeks looms on the horizon. This maybe because of fate blocking this path, maybe because of what, all down to trusting the wrong one. From a relationship point of view, from a love life point of view, darkness looms on the horizon. And regardless of that, Raven is there to carry you through that darkness back into the light. Until then, I think we ourselves here shall cast a shadow over this, just for now, until next time. But for now, these cards have spoken.